I love Pecker. I'm glad they brought it back in the third game. Oh boy. Yeah, let's do the Mountain Temple, and then we'll do the end of Act 1. The first boss fight of the game, I should probably say. We'll do the Mountain Temple stuff, and then we'll do the end of Act 1. That will be the plan. I don't think these are supposed to be roads, is the problem. This is supposed to be like the pedestrian... I don't know why they're allowing traffic in this zone. These are not roads. These should not be roads. These are clearly for people and not for cars. These are clearly not for people. Or not for cars. I wonder if vehicles were a late add or not, because a lot of the missions do involve vehicles, though, so they would have had to have been like a big part of the design from early on. Maybe not for this exact area, but it feels like vehicles like this. Hey, we are, like, Evil Boy does Evil Boy things. That's just the way it works, Onyx. It's not our fault. We were genetically altered to be this way. Or something. This area has very Jak 1 vibes. Reminds you that this is the same world. I like how the music changes when you take your gun out. Yeah, this feels like an area from Jak 1. I hate these fuckers. I hate these fuckers. I hate shield boys in video games. Especially when they turn on a dime. You could just, you know, use the spin to negate the fall. These are not very far. It's fucking 200 skull gems to the next power. Reinhardt, I am a DPS in Overwatch. I don't like Reinhardt because he makes me kill less. That is the stance I am taking, because that is what Overwatch players think. So I have to actually be slow and steady. Oh, okay. Or not. All the way back here, man? Seriously? I forgot that the checkpoints in this game were like none. There were none checkpoints. There were exactly none checkpoints in all of Jak 2. Except where you don't want checkpoints. None checkpoints left me. I understood that reference. Well, that's health. That's nice. Gonna send the skull gem up here, or... Nah, okay. There we go. Thank you. If you could make that big thing fall, that would be great. Actually, that would be a really fun way of dealing with that problem with that boss. Wish they thought of it. All right, and okay, so that platform is taking us somewhere else. This is very Jak 1. Jesus Christ. Jump. Simple obstacles. Nothing complicated. Nice shiny. More orbs to our next Evil Boy power. We'll be able to use it in boss fights. It's possible. I mean, game design's a lot of work, so I could see a programmer like looking at something that's too hard. That's like, that would be a cool idea, but too hard, and going, yeah, no, can't do it. Really, really not worth the time. It happened a lot in this era of gaming, because
that's some paper, huh? Something's cooking. Kind of smells like burnt apple.
This is good animation. This is really good animation, by the way. But, keep in mind that back in this era of game design, it wasn't just the, like, time and effort that games took. Back then, you had to deal with constraints we don't really have to deal with anymore, like space constraints on the disc were a real concern, or RAM constraints on the console were a real concern, and those just, I mean, they still are, but they, like, our systems are so powerful now that they effectively aren't, and you see that, like, when games are clearly not optimized for PCs, like, oh yeah, these things are just taking a lot of system power because we can afford to do it, and a lot of space because we can afford to do that. Yes. PUBG is a great example where, like, there is no reason for PUBG to take as much resources as it does on the average computer. But they can be confident the computers are high enough specs where they can be run without that issue. So they just don't bother optimizing when they could. Because the fact is those games don't look particularly great. I don't think anyone's going to be surprised to hear me say that about PUBG. Whereas for like these old PS2 era games, space was a real concern, both on the disc and in your RAM. These Smurfs only take 1 HP away from me when I jump, so... You know, I actually forgot they ported PUBG to consoles. Which tells you how well that console port of PUBG must have gone. No, this is actually annoying. Wow. It would help if these rocks came in a semi-predictable pattern. That would be nice. Yeah, you have to understand that when playing these old PS2 era games, they legit had to worry about hardware limitations. That was a very real concern, and you'll see like a lot of documentaries and behind the scenes from this era talking about like development work. A lot of work went into making sure things were not just on the disc, but the space they were... Oh.
No one will ever know we were here.
A lot of work went into not just like the room on the disc for every individual asset, but where they were located on the disc so that the PS2 disc reader could read them efficiently enough to load in whenever they needed to. Like, the physical location on the disc was an actual concern when coding for games on the PS2. You just don't have that issue anymore. I think this one on the right's our last place to go. We got the rapid fire upgrade for this gun, so it is much more usable than it was early on. They're not dropping skull gems anymore. That's a problem. There we go. 18 more for our next Evil Boy power. I believe it's fucking 200. It's 25 for the first one, then 200 for the next 3. They don't even like do a small jump. It's a large jump right off the gate. Ah, it's time to play Dungeon Dice Monsters. Dimension the dice. Really easy puzzles, though, all things considered. Well, no, I gotta reset. Oh, I see an orb over there. Oh, I need the hoverboard for that. I can't get there without some exploits as of right now. I'm supposed to wait for the hoverboard. No, I didn't mean to go that direction. Supposed to go forward. Fuck me. Let's try this again. Punch. Punch. There. And we're good. All good. Last one you can kind of negotiate around because you're close enough to the end that you don't need to be exact. Another one of these rhinos. Got a lot of mileage out of this guy, didn't they? Aiming to be a bit better for this gun, if I'm being honest. When you're trying to move and shoot something behind, something that's charging you, it's actually kind of hard. Come on, Daxter. Go get it.
Whoa, this puppy's got some vibration to it. This baby will put a smile on your face.
He's talking about vibrators.
I can't believe you actually did this thing. Onin says she will search the timelines for answers about these sacred relics. I will find you in.
Cool. Thanks, Onin. It is actually nice that they give Daxter the chance to get all these artifacts, because like he is the comic relief and he gets to have the funny jokes about each one of them. That's a cool. That's cute. It's a cute little touch. It's a good space to put the 3 little gags. I think we're about ready to end Act 1. Good to see you still alive. Same though. Alright. Thank you, my friend. Thank you much. Now we will go visit the palace for the end of Act 1. Loveless Act 1. Sung by Genesis. I played Crisis Core, I know what that is. Alright, that was just rude. Who did that? You did that, so you gotta pay for it. Also, hey, Ratchet and Clank! How's it been, buddies? It's been a while. How's Megacore holding up? I love those guys too. Good old Ratchet and Clank. You sometimes feel bad for Jak and Daxter because I think when it comes to Ratchet versus Jak, Ratchet definitively won that fight in the gameplay, in the Game Wars. But these games are still really good. I mean, you guys know Naughty Dog ended up being fine. They made Last of Us and became well successful anyway, in their own right. I mean, whether or not you think Last of Us is good, you can't deny that it's popular and successful. Because I have my own qualms with Last of Us and Druckmann and all of that. But that's a whole different thing. I didn't see that orb, that's why I skipped it. Because... What orb? Oh well. Not a problem. In the elevator room. I didn't see it. Honestly, I'm a big fan of the Spider-Man stuff, so if that's what Insomniac wants to do, I'm not against it. Nor am I against the Wolverine stuff, especially since the next Spider-Man game is going to have Venom in it, and you all know how much I love Venom, so it's kind of right up my alley, honestly. Go ahead, Onyx. I'm listening. Well, not listening, but, you know, reading. I don't listen to chat. You can't listen to Twitch chat. Twitch chat doesn't have voices. Okay, so I have to jump over them. I can't. I agree. I think part of why Fortnite beat PUBG is because it is so ubiquitous. Like, it was on everything. And where PUBG was very PC focused.
I've told you I will have more eco.
Although PUBG is popular in, I think, Korea.
Transported directly to your nest as promised.
A deal is of no value if you can't deliver, my dear Baron. I grow impatient with your puny gestures. Give me the agreed upon eco soon, or the deal is off, and your precious city will pay the price.
He's toying with us. Let me lead an assault on the nest before it's too late. I can take him.
Patience, Commander. No one has ever penetrated the Metalhead nest, you know that. I've seen what comes of such foolish plans. No, strength is their weakness. We play helpless. We train them to eat from our hands. And then... Move forward with the plan. Tell Ashlyn to up her patrols. I want that tomb found.
But your daughter has not been agreeable.
I'll see to that problem, one way or another.
Ashlyn is the Baron's daughter?
And find that child! If you'd spend half as much time looking for the little brat as you spent
The
flirting with
political
that
intrigue
petty girl,
aspect of this story
his royal ass to a wall long ago.
always came across as kind of weak.
With enough persuasion, I'm sure our spy... What was that?
Like, the idea that, oh yeah, the Metalhead nest. Like, they have to agree with the Metalheads because the Metalheads came from a lot of that... It doesn't feel as tight as it could be. Yeah, it falls... I get what they're trying to do, but it doesn't feel like it quite nails what it's trying to do. Also, congrats on getting dressed in that mech so fucking quickly.
Rat and his boy, it seems. Back for a few more dark eco treatments? Will allow me to put you both out of your misery.
Okay. I forgot how tedious this boss fight is. Get over here. More ammo. This is not a very tough boss. Oh, okay, there's a... I got a hit in at least. Alright, so what's your phase 2, boyo? Really? Looks like I can get one shot in every burst. That's annoying. Nice if I get more than one fucking hit in. You were at the health, dude. There we go. At least that chest respawns. Yes, that is correct. A lot of games do use like duplicate dummy data for load purposes. That was correct. Okay. This camera is fucking good old PS2 camera. There we go. And I also believe the PS2 had a minimum data requirement for your certs. Got a health kit, thank fucking Christ.
The dark powers I gave you can't protect you forever! Since I made you, I can destroy you. We'll meet again soon!
I imagine, like, maybe
Whatever. Bye-bye.
2 of the people who ever watch this YouTube video will know what .hack is. But, if you emulate the, like, original .hack quadrilogy, which was Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. If you look at the ISOs for those games, the actual game is extremely minuscule, and to reach the minimum requirement for the size of their data, they actually
Access granted.
had a huge dump file. That was an empty
Access granted.
junk data file that had no useful information in it.